Здорово, пацаны! В этом ролике я провел интервью с старым игроком Сампе из Канады. Собственно говоря, он начал играть в Самп с беты, а точнее мая 2006 года, то есть самая первая версия Самп. В интервью я у него спросил несколько вопросов про то, как он начал играть, его историю, что ему нравится, не нравится и так далее. Большое, кстати, спасибо передаю Никите Миронову, Саше Медведеву и Роме Мельникову за то, что помогли мне с идеями, что, собственно говоря, спрашивать. Интервью взял у него, чтобы как бы больше узнать, что игроки Сампа, которые никогда не играли на русских серверах, думают о нас, и какие у них сводятся мнения о нас. Также еще выбрал его, потому что он начал играть на, можно сказать, самых первых РП-серверах во всем Сампе, и хотелось узнать его мнение о том, как Самп вырос и что изменилось. Для тех, кто не понимает английский язык, я специально добавил русские субтитры, чтобы вам можно было понимать, как мы говорим. В общем, давайте начнем. Вот, собственно говоря, интервью.
Good, let's go.
Right, so, what's your name?
Well, I go by Silence.
Silence.
Yeah, that's the SAMP name.
Alright, so,
Anything else relevant?
hello. Right, can you tell us about yourself?
Alright, well, sure. I'm a fucking gamer slash music producer slash drug abuser, and I got into SAMP a while back. Before it came out, actually, we were playing MTA Vice City back in like 2004.
Oh yeah, I played that.
Oh, that shit was so good, man.
Yeah.
What is it? Rubber stubby shotgun deathmatch at the spawn. That was some good times. So yeah, finally when SAMP was announced, I was really hyped up about it, and well, frankly, all my boys were hyped up about it too, because San Andreas was the shit back then.
Yeah, I know.
It was a big game, and so, like, I've been all around the internet and role playing and just like regular games all over. However, I've never seen such a crowd as SAMP and San Andreas attracted, because it attracted all the people that would normally not be into gaming.
Yeah, I know
ended
that.
up being into gaming because it was all about gangs and police
Yeah.
and drugs and drive-bys. So
Yeah,
the funny part.
the LSRP community is like that. Like, not everyone like games, like, you don't expect everyone in there to like play Battlefield and shit, you know?
Exactly, and I've had a long stretch playing on MMOs where people fucking sit in capes in front of their computer and roleplay elves and shit, like
World of Warcraft.
so
Yeah.
something like that, you know.
Yeah.
But like the SAMP LSRP community is a lot different, because you have a lot more people who are interested.
Yeah,
in
like a
street
bigger
shit.
diversity of players.
Mhm. It is though. It is.
Yeah. So, in
So
what
that-
year did you start playing Samp?
Fuck if I know. I was there since the beta. As soon as they released it to the public, I was on it.
Like, from the
and
very
I'm-
first version?
From the very first version, that shit was laggy as fuck.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine that. It was
Yeah,
like probably 2005 or 2006.
I think so. The dates are blurry right now, but yeah, it was around those times.
Right.
And I was actually a part of the first developing of the roleplay communities. I don't know if you heard about the Public Enemy #1 script with then the Godfather roleplay server popped
I
up.
heard something about Godfather. Well, I never really
Yeah.
played it.
Basically, it was like one of the first servers that served kind of as a base for what LSRP is right now.
Yeah,
but
like an RPG server, something like that.
basically, yeah, it was an RPG server. I honestly have not touched an RPG server in years, and
Same.
I don't know why people would.
Yeah,
Frankly.
like RP servers are the new thing now.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
So-
how did you find out like about Samp?
It was through the whole GTA online community, because obviously when Samp came out, the whole MK Vice City forums were kind of buzzing, like, oh shit, it's gonna
Oh,
be
the new
first.
thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
gonna be a new thing. So we obviously all migrated as soon as it became available.
All right. And on what servers did you like start playing? Like the very first ones, not even RPG.
The very first one was, fuck if I remember the name, but it was actually a classic roleplay server. I think that's what we called it too, because we were still noobs at scripting and shit. So all we had was the basic Samp plus /me command. So everything was done through text. Like everyone had $99,999,000, and everyone had cars, but like we just tried to make do with the me command.
Yeah.
So it was like classic RP or something. I know there was Pimp Lord's RP, which is a stupid fucking name, but I admin that server. and then it merged together to some other servers. I wasn't there for the start of LSRP, but yeah, that was pretty much it. We did our own thing because all the people that were in MTA Vice City, they migrated with me to Samp. And
Yeah.
it's kind of
Did you ever play like Crazy Bob's Cops and Robbers or something like that?
I logged on a couple times when I tried to get my real life boys into Samp.
Yeah, and you let them try that server, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's the basic ditch server, so we kind of ran around, checked it out. I'm not too sure about the viability of that gameplay. It's kind of like a dumbed down version of roleplay. So something between deathmatch and roleplay without too much roleplay.
It's like not even like in depth as much as like a normal RPG server.
Exactly. So it's like, you know, it's a deathmatch, but it's kind of limited. It's a roleplay that's not a roleplay. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that, but it definitely played a long way in scripting as far as that goes.
Yeah. Wait, this is a weird question. Have you ever donated on a Samp server?
Yeah, I donated on LSRP a bunch of times, mainly name changes.
Is it just like LSRP, no other servers?
Yeah. I see no point in donating in any other server because I don't play it. But yeah, LSRP, they got a good business system actually because they know people will donate real money for this shit.
Yeah, I paid myself like for the bronze membership VIP, like 5 points, I think.
I mean, it's affordable and it gets some...
it's cheap and it like supports the server, the hosts and shit.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, man. The way I see it is that LSRP has enough money to host whatever. So at this point, I think they turned it into a business because I don't know if you were following it, but when Damien Calhoun got banned from LSRP, or well, not banned, but like deleted from the lead admins, it was a whole business thing because the new admins, they were trying to turn it into a profitable business, and he wasn't really all about that.
Alright, I never heard about that.
Check it out on the forums.
Alright. So, next question. What made you want to play an RP server?
Oh, that stems back to the old days. Like, I've always been a geeked out role player from Russian chats to forums to MMOs. But then finally, like I told you earlier, when Samp came out, it was a whole different game. It was like you could finally roleplay gangs and not elf orcs.
Yeah.
So it just kind of naturally gravitated towards it.
Are you talking about like World of Warcraft or?
I never touched World of Warcraft and I don't plan to, and I'm glad. I tried a whole bunch of shit like Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars, and etc. It doesn't really matter.
Right. What's your main server right now? LSRP, right?
Yeah.
And how did you find out about it?
When did I find out about it?
Yeah, like how?
Oh, it's at one point our server, the old classic roleplay server that I was playing on, closed down because of adminning issues. So we used to actually hate on LSRP a lot. Be like, yo, these fuckers are noobs. They're playing
because it was a new server at the time.
It was a new server at the time, and it was also running a much more RPG script than it is right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, we actually had a lot of hate for it back then. But then when our server closed down, I figured, you know what, fuck it, I'll try it out. I'll log on, see what's up with those noobs. But then I got addicted because they weren't actually noobs. There were a lot of great people who knew how to roleplay properly.
Yeah.
Even though it was very much script-based, I wasn't used to that because I was into the classic stuff. But it came through, and I think I've been on it since like 2007.
Right. So, what are your views on hackers and cheaters in the game? Because there are a lot of them.
Well, I mean, as far as LSRP goes, I think it's completely fucking useless because the
You get
admins
banned.
are
You get IP banned.
pretty well, right?
Yeah.
So like sometimes I even see people who I thought to be established role players just get randomly banned for like
For
web
cheating.
attacks. I'm like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
As far as cheating goes, I mean, it's an interesting concept because people actually take time to code that shit and to make that shit viable to be used on servers. So like, it is interesting, but I don't see any proper use for it if you're playing the game, right? Because if you're playing the game, you're trying to enjoy yourself,
Yeah.
and if you're just fucking air braking out through the map and like shooting people with a minigun, that's, you know, you're just like
Yeah, I
killing
know.
time. Get a hobby, like pick up knitting or something.
So, do you mod your game? Like, you played since 2005, 2006. Did you ever feel the need to put like mods in your game, like textures for like gun skins and shit? Or do you play the vanilla?
I actually used to mod a lot back in the days. I picked up Zmod and picked up 3ds Max. I did a lot of skins.
Oh, so you did your
Uh,
own skins?
Yeah, I did a lot of skins. I won't mention them right now because they're irrelevant, but like I used to mod a lot. I used to rip things from other games and just kind of adapt them to the bone
Right.
structure of the GTA model. There's a lot of my skins out there, but we'll skip through that right now. I feel like mods, they're very fun and they add to the general outlook of the game for the person.
Yeah, they add diversity. Like, you played the game for
However,
10 years.
yeah, but right now I'm completely vanilla because the thing is that the mods are not synced, so that really kills mods for me because I might have like the thickest mods for my character that I work hours and hours on, and only like 5 or 6 people have it installed on that character. So if the
Right.
mods were synced, then definitely they would have meaning. But right now it's just like personal aesthetic choices.
Right. Next question. Have you, like, you know how the Sam community, like, it was a small one at the start, but then, like, grew and grew, like, bigger.
Yeah.
And you know, like,
Yeah.
the Russian community is, like, the biggest from, like, all the
Russian
communities.
is huge. Actually, I remember going to Russia back in like 2008, and you know how in Russia every computer club has Counter-Strike 1.6
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. All those fuckers are geeking out hardcore.
Yeah.
But in 2008, when I went, I saw that people were actually geeking out on Sam, on those Russian RPG servers.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was crazy to me.
Right. Next question. What do you like or dislike about Sam? Like, you've been playing
mean-
it for 10 years, like, what kept you playing?
Well, honestly, the only thing that kept me playing in the game as a whole is the LSRP community, because I've never really touched anything else.
Friends and shit. Yeah.
As far as, yeah, exactly. As far as Sampe itself goes, I mean, at this point, it's pretty much developed to the point where you don't really need to develop it any further. I mean, like, whoever worked on the script for it pushed it to the limit completely, and respect to them. Big props to all the developers.
Yeah.
They've done a fantastic job. I tried MTA, San Andreas a couple times, and I feel like it just wasn't the same.
Yeah, it's not the same. That's what I feel.
I don't even know how to pinpoint it correctly, like what exactly is not the same, what I don't really like about it. But it's like Sam is the go-to for GTA San Andreas online experience.
Yeah. And like, if you had an ability to like change something in Sam, like something you didn't like, what would you change?
I mean, the
Or
only thing I
improve.
would change, yeah, it's pretty much impossible to do it, but if I had the ability to do it, I would add a character design ability, kind of like, you know, in MMOs, when we start a new character, you can completely customize
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit, the size of his butt cheeks, his nose, like everything.
Yeah.
That's like the main appeal in MMORP is that it's so customizable and like you really get the unique look for your character. I saw that LSRP try to do that when they add clothing items, and it's actually pretty good. I really like what some people do creatively with the clothing items. You know, that they'll use a fucking black beanie hat to create a beard.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, there's a lot of possibilities,
Yeah.
even though it's limited. So
People
if I
find
ever
ways.
had,
People find ways.
exactly, if I had the ability to do that, I would definitely add custom character creation, customization part stamp. But for that, you'll need to recode completely kind of dress and well,
Yeah.
Rockstar.
So, have you ever heard of any like Russian big servers like Sampe RP, Advanced RP, Diamond RP?
They pop up in the list of servers when I boot up Sam sometimes.
But you never tried them.
But yeah, I've never tried them. Actually, if you know some more about them, I'd like to hear that. 'Cause, they're really popular. I always see shitloads of players on them, but I've never understood why.
It's just for the Russians, you know.
Okay, but like, what do they do on them?
It's just like the LSRP, but like not that strict, you know. Like anyone can join and like go in a gang, go to like the army, the police, and like start their own life.
All right, so basically they're doing role play, but just a smaller extent and rough.
Yeah, it's not that serious, not that hardcore.
Yeah, because LSRP is real fucking hardcore. I try to get one of my criminal characters to apply to the university, and he actually got fucking denied because.
In game or in real life?
No, in LSRP.
All right.
In real life, my university is all right. My criminal record is clean.
Yeah. So, did you have like any experience with the Russian community in Samp?
Actually not, because for some reason, I mean, I'm in Canada right now, and my computer mostly runs English-based system. Yeah. So whenever I hop on anything Russian-based,
oh yeah, you get like not the right letters.
Exactly, it just pops up in crazy fucking symbols all over, and I've tried to fix that in so many ways.
It's actually very easy. Like I can teach you like after the interview.
All right, perfect. I'll check that out.
Were you ever interested in the PvP part of Samp, like player against player?
Yeah, actually that was fun. I forgot the server that it was. I think it was the team deathmatch in San Fierro.
San Fierro. I think I heard something about that. Was that like in the day?
Exactly. I think somewhere out there was the San Fierro team deathmatch, and there was the one. They did a Call of Duty adaptation Samp where you like pick a country and spawn.
There's a lot of servers like that right now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, like Call of Duty and shit, and Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I mean, like just go play Call of Duty and Counter-Strike, but I mean, I tried a few of them. Yeah, exactly. I tried a few of them. It was actually pretty fun, but actually going back to your previous question, what I would improve is the sync. Sometimes this shit is just way too fucked up.
Yeah. So
like, do you ever catch yourself shooting at something and it's just not taking any damage because the player ahead of you is...
Yeah, he might be cheating, or it's the server fault.
Yeah, cheating, or server problem, or the guy is just in Romania while you're in Argentina and he's not taking your bullets. He does not want those bullets.
What do you prefer? Ping shooting or skin shooting? Like,
hold on, can you repeat that?
I remember back in the day, like you had to shoot by ping, like you had to shoot in front of the character the way he was running.
Oh yeah, that was back in the badly synced Samp days.
Yeah. So like, what do you prefer?
I mean, honestly, I would obviously prefer shooting the person straight up because
well, don't you miss like the kind of part?
I mean, I do, because I'm so used to that right now I'm trying to shoot in front, but I end up missing. That's why when there's shootouts happening in LSRP, I always get smoked.
Right. So
that's fucked up.
This is a more serious kind of question. Do you think Samp is dying?
No, I don't think it's dying because I just came back to it after a 2-year stretch of just not gaming at all. And to my surprise, I logged into a community that was still booming.
Yeah, LSRP, but you didn't see the other servers.
No, I didn't check them out. How are they?
Well, a lot of them closed down. Like, I used to play on a small server like Paramount Gaming. Have you ever heard of it?
No, I've never been there.
It was like in 2010, 2009. And it closed down in 2011, I think.
Okay.
It was like the best server I ever played on. It was like a DM, but the community was great.
Why did they close down?
They used the free hosting website, like they had 40 or something slots, but they didn't pay for it like everyone does now. And when the site closed down and they had to pay like money to host the site, I mean the server, they closed it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's at this point is just a business question, because when you're running a server, you're paying money for it, but like, what are you getting out of it in real life? Right?
Yeah.
So why a lot of games don't die is because the servers are being upkept by an actual company. And Samp is just people running this shit. So when people run out of money in real life or run out of interest to keep running the server, well, obviously it's gonna die.
Yep. So
Samp it is. I don't think it's anywhere near close death, because I've played GTA 5 online. I've tried GTA 4 online, and this shit is just not the same.
Yeah.
Like, very
there's nothing to do there.
Exactly, and it's very amusement park type of thing. So like, they give you some things to do, and you just go around and do them. Yeah. While in Samp, it's a lot more sandbox based, which means
you can do anything you want.
Define it exactly.
Yeah.
So like, when you have that freedom, obviously it's gonna flourish because people will go ahead and take care of things. You know, people will keep it living.
Yeah.
That's why I think actually GTA 5 online will die before Samp died.
Did you know that GTA 5 is being worked on like a multiplayer client like Samp?
Oh, is it now?
Yeah, it's GTA 5 Network, I think it's called.
Is it being done independently or through Rockstar?
No, not Rockstar. But you have to have like a working license to play on it, like connect the account. And
because I remember on GTA 4 they tried to do that, and
Rockstar closed them down.
Ended up closing them down. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if it's different or if it's gonna be any different here, but they didn't close it down yet, and they're making like a roleplay server there, but it's Russian, and I'm really hyped up for it. Right, I think that's it. That's all the questions.
Well, man, that was a very fun interview. But tell me a little bit about your own LSRP/Samp experience.
Well, I started Samp in 2008, I think. A friend called me and he said check out this cool game, so I checked it out, and when I started playing I played on the DM servers like racing and shit like that, but I never really found interest in the roleplay servers. Like, they were there, and RPG servers and shit like that, but I never found them interesting until like 2010, I think.
Okay.
And since then I was playing Sampe, a new server that came out, but it was a Russian server. Have you ever played it?
No, I've never played that.
Well, it's really good.
Alright, well, yo, tell me, on Russian servers, do people actually, like, provide quality roleplay with descriptive emotes and all that bullshit?
The scripts are actually, like, I could say, better than even LSRP.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but the player side is just worse. Like, they can't roleplay.
Oh, okay. Because the Russian roleplay community has always been very big. I mean, at least the fantasy community.
Yeah, you see the servers, but you don't go on them. You don't know what's going on in them, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea.
And it's like, it's a lot different.
Alright, well, I'll check them out one day.
Alright, well, thanks for the interview.
Alright, well, thanks a lot. It was real fun just to reminisce on the good old time.
Yeah. Ну а перед тем, как закончить ролик, я бы хотел, ребят, попросить вас, чтобы вы поставили палец вверх, поскольку я вчера сидел до 5 часов утра, идите этот видос, ставил вот эти субтитры, и я не закончил, я остановился на 18 минуте, и мне пришлось до 24 минут вот сегодня заканчивать. Дело в том, что я спал 2 часа, блять, и мне надо было потом идти в колледж, это был пиздец полный. Поэтому я много очень старался на этот ролик, вот, прошу, пожалуйста, поставьте лайк.